Well, we are about a $50 cab ride away from Midtown Manhattan at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford. Today, it's week 4, and we've got what should be a great one here, as it'll be the Snowhawks of Anchorage taking on the New York Jets. Two 1-2 teams, each hoping to get back to 500, and we're underway in week 4. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
Come on.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. An early statement on the game's first play. 18 yards and a first down.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him? Either fellow receivers or offensive linemen. That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
And a good run here as he'll rumble all the way down to the 40-yard line. 15 more yards there, and quickly another first down. Well, no slow start here. A couple nice chunk plays back-to-back.
I love the momentum that they're showing here early because they did it both ways, right? Threw the ball on first down for a nice chunk of yardage. Came right back and ran the ball. Looks like they've got the defense set back on their heels. Let's see if they can keep this moving.
Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield, incomplete.
And that might have been a situation where even though you don't hit on the deep throw, you at least put in the defenders' minds early in the game that we're going to press the ball deep against your secondary. And that can have a ripple effect on how they function throughout.
Now a 2nd and 10. On the RPO, that's complete right side. Down the sideline he goes. And he'll be out of bounds. How about a 39-yard pickup? They'll take it.
Brandon, we've both been around the game long enough that we know that in pregame, defenses are pretty amped up, aren't they? I mean, they're pounding lockers, and they can't wait to get out there. But when you hit them with some big pass plays early, it takes the starch right out of them.
Now back to throw. That's caught. Touchdown. Gerald Everett. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Snowhawks will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. Extra point by Ryland, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. So after the field goal, Ryland back out as he'll send this one away. Here's Mecole Hardman, fielded just outside the goal line. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. Rodgers and the Jets now with a 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line. A carry by Taylor to start the drive. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. Now Rodgers. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Not a great start dropping his first target, but let's face it, it won't be his last chance because he'll get opportunities to make up for that one throughout this game.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Flag comes in. This might be a free play. Taking a deep shot here for Hardman. And this is incomplete, but a flag back at the line of scrimmage. And this could be a first down. After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. Up the middle, here's Taylor. And he'll scratch out a yard up to the 30, and that's all. Now 2nd and 9. Here's Rodgers to throw. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked by Antoine Winfield Jr. And they will take over possession of the football at their 42-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They'll start in excellent field position following the INT. He's going to let this one go deep. It's caught inside the 25. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. 36 yards on the play. Charles, you talk so much about quick change plays. There's one right there. You get the turnover, and boom, hit him with a big one.
And defenses plan for this all the time. They work on it in practice. But in the middle of a game, when that quick change takes place, oftentimes guys aren't as focused as they need to be.
So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Touchdown! A 22-yard touchdown grab. And the Snowhawks are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point by Ryland, up and good. And it's now 14-0. Ryland now following the touchdown, back out to kick it away. McCole Hardman to return it from his end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. Charles, it's kind of gut check time. Look, I know it's early, first quarter, just their second drive of the game, but they've already thrown the interception, given up the score. You're down double digits. They got to figure out something, and pretty quickly here.
No doubt about it. And when we look at that sideline, I'm sure you're observing the same thing I am. I don't like the body language at all. They look like they're in a state of stunned disbelief. So to me, we always talk about someone stepping up and making a big play. I think it would behoove them if multiple guys step up and make big plays right now. They need something positive to happen, and they need for it to happen now.
It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down.
They have 3 tight ends in that formation. That's almost a universal sign that they're planning to run the football. But how about the defense there? They met force with force and caused a stack up behind the line of scrimmage and threw him for a loss.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield.
That's good for a Jets.
Rodgers now on 1st down. Open man is Uzomah. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there. Rodgers wants to change the look.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Rodgers now on 1st and 10. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Picked up by Jonathan Jones. And he'll return it to the 24-yard line.
Well, they're certainly not giving much help to their defense, are they? Because for the second time now,
That D has had to run back out on the field early after an interception. And remember, on the last drive, the opposing side took it in for 6 after that interception.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Now, early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game. But I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally, because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated, because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice. But at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. And they'll try to run the option here. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. Blocking at the point of attack there was very strong. He had a couple of running lanes.
And I never want to overlook the offensive line, but that's what they get paid to do. How about the quarterback? Everyone thinks all he's going to do is throw the football. His movement and deception can help a running game as well.
And they run the option here on 1st and 10. And he held on to it, but he probably shouldn't have, as they get him behind the line.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense, a little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them, but they did do a nice job there, forcing a loss on that play.
So their task a little bit more difficult now. 2nd and 13 that they're walking up on. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 19 yards there on the catch and run.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
And good yardage there on 1st down, because sometimes all you need to do on the screen is get one key block. That might set your man free, and that was pretty good pursuit to the football defensively, or it could have gone for more.
Now a 2nd and 2. From the gun, he'll hand this off. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. They'll look to throw. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked up by J.C. Jackson. And the Jets are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line.
Absolutely a golden opportunity missed there to add to their lead and really cap off an impressive drive, because they've got the advantage and plenty of time to add to it. But on the flip side, plenty of time for an opposing comeback as well. So when you have the chance to distance yourself from the opposition so early, partner, you know you don't want to let it slip away.
And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the 1st down run. He gets maybe 3.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
Now a throw here to his running back, and they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down. The Jets are 1-2 through the first 3 weeks of the season, and they fell in the opener. Got back on the beam with a win in week 2, but stumbled again last week to fall under 500.
And despite that stumble, I don't think anyone's too concerned, because they've made mistakes that they believe are correctable. And this is a team still getting to know each other. I'm not that concerned, and neither are they.
On 1st down, Rodgers. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And Rodgers intercepted a 3rd time. It's Kyler Duggar who picks it. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line. Well, I'm not sure that the wheels, Charles, are coming completely off, but they're shaking a little bit. That's 3 interceptions, and now interceptions here on back-to-back drives.
And I think about what a Hall of Fame coach told me, that he always told his teams, when a mistake happens, just move on to the next play. Let it go. Hard to do when you've thrown this many interceptions. That's exactly the attitude that has to be adopted.
And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. But sometimes that option can get bogged down before the gears really even get into motion, and I think that's what we saw there.
And I think what he saw defensive end right in his face, because he looked up and he was right there. Didn't even have a chance to get going.
He's going to float this over the middle deep. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Early on, the running game's been working well, and the offensive line has been pleased by that. The thought process there, catch those safeties creeping up, trying to help against the running game. They tried to hit them over the top, unsuccessfully.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Flushed out right. And that is incomplete, but a penalty flag coming in. This could be a first down. Well, the crowd doesn't like that. Was going to bring up fourth. Now it's first.
They don't like it at all, do they? It brings them back into it, but really not in a positive way. Now they're angry. That can jangle a team a little bit as well. Pass interference ruined that series of downs for them.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Maybe a little over-anxious in the pocket there. He just didn't look comfortable on that throw.
No, he didn't, because it wasn't his normal fluid delivery. And I think you might have had it right. Wasn't really confident with what he saw downfield, and almost felt like he wanted to pull that one back.
There's a ball thrown right side and complete. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Now they'll audible to something else. They go play action here on first down. Looking downfield, and that's caught right side. He's got his man. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. A really good pickup of 28 yards. So in the second quarter, he's already up over 100 yards receiving now.
And isn't 100 the magic number for a really good game for a receiver? So he got a chance to really shatter that and have a profound effect on this game.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he pushes through a would-be tackler to get about 3 yards, second down. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. On third down, he'll drop to throw. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. Here's first and goal, and gosh, points here, a chance maybe to put this thing away before halftime. They'll try to run this one in, and he will take this one in for a touchdown. A great play there. His third rushing touchdown on the year, and the Snowhawks take a 3-touchdown lead. Extra point by Ryland, up and good. And it's now 21-0. Back out is the kicker, Ryland, and he'll send this one away. Hardman going to bring it out of the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. We'll get an update when we return to MetLife Stadium. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. But Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Marcus Jones picks it, and his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line. Well, CD, you know, when you mentioned earlier about spreading the ball around in this game, I don't think you mentioned the guys in the other uniform. We have 4 interceptions here in the first half, and several different guys have picked him off.
Yeah, and instead of analyzing what's going wrong with him, throwing the football, while we look at the defense, they came in prepared.
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Sauce Gardner picks it off, and the Jets are going to have it here at their own 15.
I believe this is what you would call growing pains here, partner, because this defense obviously took the challenge facing the rookie, and they wanted to help indoctrinate him to the NFL. So now the big question is, can he answer that challenge and rebound with plenty of time remaining in this game?
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. For this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back, but make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. And not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the first. A final shot before half for Rodgers. And oh my goodness, here's a 5th interception. Picked by Antoine Winfield Jr. And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break.
Jets, nothing.
And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The Jets going to get the football first, and they trail as well as we get back underway in this second half. And we will not have a run back here as the second half starts with a touchback. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. Well, they look up at the scoreboard facing that deficit. A 3-score game, Charles, but look, there's plenty of time to go here. The old football cliche that comes to my mind is you can't get it all back at once. They probably need something, though. There he goes, right side. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 41 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. Rodgers changing the play, it appears.
2nd and 1 at the 38-yard line.
On 2nd down, it's Taylor fighting through the tackle at the 30. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
Despite the score, despite the deficit, no quitting this guy. He's running angry, running through arm tackles. He wants to change what that scoreboard is saying.
1st and 10, Taylor now. Down at the 25.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
On 2nd down, a run with Hall. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. And they're going to speed things up here. Rodgers going to throw. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by the linebacker, Bobby Wagner.
Well, I think everyone who's watching was certainly hoping to see things get a little bit better for them in this half, weren't we? but it was a downright miserable first half. This carried over with an interception to begin the second half. That's a defeated offense right there, and there's still a lot of game left. I don't think that's the last turnover we're going to see today, partner.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And they had the big halftime lead. Their defense just helped them out further by forcing the turnover, so things are starting to look pretty rosy.
They certainly are, but they've got to be careful about getting complacent, though. They still need to go out and run their offense efficiently.
From the 32-yard line now, here's a 2nd down and 9. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Blitz coming, and down he goes. They'll wind up losing 10 on the sack, and it'll lead to a 3rd and long.
But you just knew that these rushers were eager to do that today. Put him on the ground. Their plan, introduce themselves individually to this rookie quarterback. They said hello in a big way there with a loss of double-digit yards on that sack.
And a short gain there as he'll get it up only to about the 24. So they bring out their punter. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the 3rd. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. This is taken at the 18. A terrific return. 30 yards all in all. And the Jets will take over 1st and 10. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And really, Charles, not much of a surprise that they're losing. They just haven't been able to get much of anything going in the pass game. And as you well know, in today's NFL, if the passing game isn't working, usually not much else is working either.
You're exactly right about that, partner. And I know that right now the easy answer would be, hey, let's run the football. But that might not be everything you need. So despite the fact that they've struggled throwing it, they've got to find some type of a play. Multiple plays that puts the ball in the air and allows for them to have some success.
Throwing on 1st down is Rodgers. He'll drop this down to Taylor. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. The Jet passing game in rhythm. They've got another first.
And this is why trying to cover the angle route is so difficult. Anyone playing the linebacker position, when they see a running back out of the backfield widen because he heads towards the flat first, oftentimes you widen too much and overcommit. He cuts up inside, and that's what we saw there. A nice pickup for a 1st down.
And they'll work this down to the 15 for a pickup of 4.
It's funny, throughout the time that we've been together, when we talk with running backs about the ability to catch the ball, their eyes light up when they talk about open field and having one-on-one matchups, don't they?
Yeah, they do. And that's the reason why. What we just saw, shedding those tackles, and that's what they're used to doing.
It is, and it starts at the beginning of the play. One-on-one matchup if someone's trying to cover them, but they also like those one-on-ones downfield after the catch when they're running with the ball. They think they're going to win those too.
Rodgers going to try and throw on 3rd down. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And they got 3 yards. That's enough. A conversion, and now it's 1st and goal.
Jets, 1st down. 1st and goal at the 8-yard line.
Before they can snap it, time runs out on this 3rd quarter of play. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Find out. You got 58.
They'll run here with Taylor, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Moved back to the 10. They'll try on 2nd and goal here.
Brings up 2nd and goal at the 10-yard line.
Now Rodgers. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Rodgers now on 3rd and goal. And he's going to be dropped. Back at the 15-yard line. Christian Barmore getting in there to drop him.
Well, it's obvious, but I can't help but say it here. It's never a good day when the opposing defense has more sacks than you have points. The win seems likely, but this defense is still playing for something here. They see that 0 on the scoreboard, and they don't want that to change.
Now Rodgers got to have this one. And now here's another interception. Picked up by Christian Gonzalez. Well, field goals probably aren't going to cut it at this point. This was touchdown or bust, and unfortunately for them, it turned out to be bust.
Yeah, they're feeling like they've got to force the issue here. Maybe take some chances they wouldn't have earlier in the game. But give credit to this defense. They've really stood tall throughout, and they come up with the interception in the end zone. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And after the interception, they are sitting in an even better spot with the ball. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. He's on his way. And all the way in for the touchdown. A big play there. His third touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Snowhawks look like they're about to put an end to their 2-game losing streak as they add on to their lead. Now Ryland for the PAT. It's good, and they stretch their lead to 28-0 now. So after the field goal, Ryland back out as he'll send this one away. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And this return will net positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. It's been a tough go for them. It's still without any points here in the fourth quarter. And a big deficit, Charles. But they moved the football on some drives. They just haven't had any points. Yeah, and I know in their minds they're thinking the game plan has actually been working. We just haven't scored points. Well, isn't that the bottom line, partner? To put points on the board. So if you're moving it and you're not scoring.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by Christian Gonzalez. And they'll start out with great field position at the 47-yard line in enemy territory.
Go, Trap! Go, Trap!
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. Oh, that one well designed as he'll take this down to the 30-yard line. 126 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the fourth quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey.
Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And it's caught. Touchdown. Tyquan Thornton, 31 yards. And the Snowhawks look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this fourth quarter. Extra point by Ryland, up and good. And that makes this 35-0 now. Ryland now following the touchdown, back out to kick it away. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And, okay, all right, I'm being facetious here. But you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
2nd and 9. They go to the ground again with Taylor. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. A third down now, and those last two plays indicative of how things have gone for them. Just nowhere to go on the ground and struggling to put up points. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete. Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well to not show that he's having a problem. You know, they always tell you no matter what, you keep throwing the football with confidence. Well, we're not seeing a confident thrower right now. He's off balance, the passing game's off balance, and the defense is taking advantage.
Okay, ready?
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. This has really just been a lopsided affair. What a performance they put on, and now they get the football back here with a big lead in the fourth quarter. You know, in the past, we might be discussing dinner plans, talking about steak and sushi, whatever the case is, CD. This ball game is pretty much well in the books.
Yeah, we really could have started bringing up dinner a long time ago if we wanted to, partner. And I think a few of the guys out in the field already making plans for the evening.
On the ready.
From the 33, here's 2nd and 6.
Hawk 70, Hawk 70. Good.
He'll look to throw. And he's going to be intercepted for the third time thus far. Picked up by J.C. Jackson. And he brings this one back. It's a pick six and a Jet touchdown. Christopher Dunn on for the extra point. And he converts, and it cuts the lead to 35-7.
Makes the score Snowhawks 35, Jets 7.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26.
First down and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
On the set.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They're in control here as they start 1st and 10, and appearing to have righted the ship following that 2-game losing streak. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. On this day, the ground has been his, but at least on that individual play, we just saw the defense finally with a win.
Yeah, they finally got one, and that's a win for them, but all game long, he's seen the holes, and they've been huge for him. Kind of like a baseball hitter in the zone. The ball seems bigger, and he's just whacking it. These guys, they've got it going today.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. Give him 2 yards that time, and it's going to leave him with a 3rd and 11 situation.
Watching that play unfold and watching him complete it brought back memories of doing all those pursuit drills to make sure you don't over-pursue and let a guy get a cutback lane on you. He did that very well.
You praised him on tape yesterday for the angles that he takes to the ball. Took a great angle right there. Got his man. It's Thornton. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. So the completion good for 7 there. And that's going to make it 4th down. And they'll send out their punter now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. He'll return it from the 6. And when it's said and done, it's a 58-yard punt. And the Jets offense will be backed up to start this drive as they've got it 1st and 10. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because They're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play.
And now here is another interception. Picked by Antoine Winfield Jr. And he'll take this back down inside the 20. So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. One back in the backfield. He'll get the carry. And he'll get this down only to the 18. Credit the tackle to John Franklin Myers. So this crowd will not go home happy. It's a victory for our visitors, and they were really helped by their defense forcing 3 turnovers.
I think what we saw in this one, today's defense. And what I mean by that is in the old days, pitching shutout.
Autumn has come to upstate New York. Fall colors abound, and we welcome you inside Highmark Stadium here.